Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too, so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. Last episode we were doing some tram line revisions. We've been building out on the west end. We're doing some pretty cool things the last couple weeks in the city, and yeah, I'm excited to hop back into trams. We're gonna finish off some of the tram lines that we left in Wednesday's video, and then we're also going to continue building up the area of West Beach. Kind of try to find the limit of this neighborhood. Not saying that we're not going to continue a waterfront build in the future, but this neighborhood we're going to try to find get a bit of an endpoint to in today's episode. I also have a bunch of suggestions from last week that I forgot to input in earlier on, so I'll be sure to add those in today's episode as well. But we'll start off with those additions, and then we'll move into the tram lines, and then we'll look at building up West Beach. So let's hop out. And something I do want to do before we begin is we have a lot of new viewers on the channel, so I just wanted to do a bit of a flyover of the city really quickly to kind of showcase what we've done over the last 150 episodes, because this is episode 150. So this is the airport that we spent way too long on trying to figure out how it works when the airport DLC came out. So it's on the west end of the city. We have a unique factory facility over here. We've done lots of rail lines in recent memory as well. We have some open space for a future build. We have a golf resort over here and a cool little nature reserve. We've done a couple of small towns, so this is one of them. This is the town of Dean Hills, which is incomplete still. And we got some rail backup. I'll have to make sure that's a-okay in a future video. And then coming over here, we have the small farming town of Pearson. Wow, there is a lot of rail traffic coming through here, and I suspect that's to do with this rail bypass that we've built. Seems like it is. There's lots of cargo rails using it, so that is fantastic to see. And then we're going to come over to our first suburb of this town, which is Strathcona, which is also like our lumber town, which is also incomplete. So this is something that is really high on the priority list to complete. We have a highway service area. In Ontario, they're called en routes, because on is the acronym for Ontario, and you're en route to your destination. Very funny puns. We also did this earlier on in the week. And here's the city. So got still have some space to go. The city, we have a zoo over here, more suburbs. This is our ore area. This is our oil area, which we built up in an episode this week. Whoa. To kind of extend some of the industrial capabilities of the oil. We have our farming community over here, or our more industrial types of farms. But yeah, the city's come a long way from it being a really small town. We have lots of cool suburbs. We have a bunch of transit-oriented developments throughout the city, especially where you see these pockets of high density. And as we get into the downtown, we have a cool centerpiece with the Capitol building of the city and some unique buildings as well. And I think it's evolved rather nicely. Coming down into the more leisure and entertainment section, along with the older part of town as well, where we have the hockey rink, some museums, and down by the waterfront as well. Very nice. I rather enjoyed the waterfront build, but it's incomplete as well because we haven't done the islands yet, so that is also high priority on my list. And we're over here now on the west end of the city, where we've been developing some things, and this is where we're gonna start off. So this is West Beach, this area right in here. This is what's going to get revised. So I think we're going to just extend it out to about this interchange. Maybe a bit farther. Maybe we'll get a connection in, not too sure. But we'll change up where this helicopter stop is. We'll also extend the tram line along it. And then we have some tram connections to do in this area over in here. However, let's start off with one of the changes. So we're going to go to last Friday's episode. So 2 weeks ago today. Was when we built this up, and there's just a suggestion to add offices in this area instead of industry, so I really like that suggestion. I believe it was Mark in the comments. So thank you very much for that suggestion, Mark. Let's just delete this and we'll just refill that exact space. Maybe not the entire thing because these are going to be taller buildings. So maybe we might want to rein it in a little bit more. And why don't we fill this space up with just a touch of commercial. I don't mind seeing some of these smaller ones every now and then. And I did put a library over here. I don't know if that was in the episode. I think, yeah, I put this over here because we're trying to get this to grow up and develop into a suburb, and we're having some difficulty. So what I did also off camera was I put a dog park right here. But yeah, so we'll put some offices right in here. How about right in this area instead? We'll also put a nice little office building. We'll see what pops up. This is probably too close to the blimps and stuff. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there. So that was one of them. The other one was to put more cell towers in the city. I'm sorry, I forget who commented this off the top of my head. But great suggestion. We don't have enough of this in the city. Even if we go into here, I believe we only have one. Is that true? 2? Holy moly. Okay, so we definitely gotta get some more. So why don't we start off with the larger ones? And these ones are pretty cool. So I think we should try to find maybe a bit of a hillside. Haven't really thought too much about this, to be honest. So why don't we go... Yeah, I mean, why not in this area? This area is pretty underused. So what we could do is we could throw this in right here by the roundabout. And we'll plop it down. It's not really a hill, but that's okay. And then what we'll do is we'll create a bit of a service area. So we'll take a rural road. And what we'll do is we'll just connect up right here. Bring it in. And then why don't we make it actually industrial? So we'll just upgrade that bit. And then we'll make the rest of it rural. So we'll go into freeform. We'll turn off our guidelines so we can get a bit creative with how this is going to work. And we'll just swing it right by in here. Fantastic. And so it's already got like a shed for all the electrical goods, but some other things you can add in are these earthquake sensors, and they go really nicely together if you can get line up the fences properly. So let's try to line up the fences. So it looks like it's 1, and oh, almost had it. There we go. So it looks like it's a bit larger of an area. So these earthquake sensors are really useful in that regard. Okay, so that's 1. Let's add another large one. So let's check out the size of the area. Oh wow, that's pretty good. So why don't we get the second one up by Bathurst Lake? Why not? We have some development over this way. I don't really see us getting too much development out in this pocket. We have our garbage facility over here. We have some mining. So why don't we put it actually by the garbage area? Because we can get the service area for it right off of here. So we'll place it down. And then we will grab our industry road again. We'll do the exact same thing. So we'll keep the theme. This is how the city does their radio masts, I guess. Oh, make sure we get our guidelines on so we get a nice clean little snap right here. Fantastic. So make sure that it's not a dedicated turning lane because we don't really need a dedicated turning lane at all. And then also make sure there's no light on that as well. That would be a little silly. And then we'll go back and we'll grab our dirt road here. So is this necessary component in your city? Not in the way that we're playing it today. However, if you have disasters turned on, which, you know, I'm not opposed to doing in our other cities. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Maybe like some light disasters, like very rare. So when it does happen, it'd be like a crazy event. Yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, so we got that in place. And then let's go back into this. I think we're gonna get maybe 1 or 2 more, but we'll go with the smaller ones now. So we'll see how this is going. Oh, you know what? The downtown isn't covered at all. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Okay, well, I wanted to get one out in Dean Hills. So why don't we place this by the rail. And we'll just throw it right beside. A quick little placement. We'll go over to Pearson. I don't really know if Pearson needs one, though. Though it's not covered by the radio masts. Oh, it kind of is. It just has poor radio signals. But yeah, let's get one more out in here, and be a great area to try to fit one in. Actually, is this the space that we've been developing. Kind of eyeing. And we do have to watch out for the flight paths, so that is something I was thinking right here, but that's a little bit close. Calling in a little bit tight there. There's no clear, obvious, large amount of space, so why don't we go with a couple smaller ones then, and we can place this down. Let's see, why not right in here? I don't think anything is being built up right here, so we can just plop it down. We'll see how much that gives us. Not too much, so maybe let's try to get one down downtown. And we can find some space pretty easily, like right here. I'll get out of this view so we can see where it is. This is right by the shoe factory. All right. So there's a couple more pockets. Let's just maybe get one more right in here. And again, we'll try to find a space that it already has some accessibility. Right here. Awesome. Yeah, so that was a fun suggestion. So that covers most of it, and then down in West Beach and Sunken Hills are the only places that aren't covered. But I would say in real life they're way more covered than what it shows in the game. So that was a great suggestion. And another quick thing I want to mention before we get to the next one is David suggested to make sure that we had paths running all along the sunken rail here. So what I've done is I've also added the fences. So we have this path running all along the side, and as we just kind of go over top of it, we can kind of see that there is connections here and over here to get along. We also have the pathways right behind here going right along to the back, and then we connect up onto Bathurst Street here, and then on both sides. So that's good. We added that connection in, and the next thing we're going to do, we'll save for the end of the episode if we have time. Otherwise, I'll tack it into another video. But let's get going on the trams, because I don't want to forget and get carried away. So I did this one off camera because to save some time, but I left my marker here so I could show you. So I did bring the tram line, as we talked about at the end of last episode, from Reynolds Station over into Bathurst and West. So all I did was I removed a house right here, and I extended the tram. Well, I deleted a house right here too, brought the tram road out into here, and then we curved it along. So this is a tram only connection. It doesn't really need a light, but we will say that I guess the tram shouldn't yield. They should yield to the trams. Yeah, I mean, I suppose in real life it would be a light, but the cycles in this game are way too fast. We could probably make it a time traffic light. However, I think it's gonna be fine. So we'll just let this go, and then that was tram connection 1. So let's just delete that. There we go. And tram connection 2 is over here. So if we go back to our view, let's kind of revise or recall what we did last episode. So last episode we see this light green line right here. This is a tram line we did. So it connects into Bathurst and Piers, which also connects onto the Queen Street subway line or metro. And then we have this line right here. As you can see, it loops around the Science Center and stops right here. We're going to bring this out today over into this area. We also have this light blue one, which connects into the Science Center and therefore also this area. And it goes right up to Reynolds Station, which is fantastic. And then we have the Shatner line, which goes all the way down into here, which won't be in today's episode, but it goes all the way down here past the festival area, and then it goes right up through Bathurst Station and loops into here. So we're going to have, that's a pretty big tram line. Theoretically, it could probably be 2, We could have one go from Battersea West just right down itself into here, but I think it's fine for now, seeing as it connects with Bathurst Station, where people can connect via metro to over here. Well, I mean, let me know what you think, because we could easily bring the tram, not necessarily easily, but I suppose if they did want to get to the Science Center, what they'd do is they'd just have to take it over into this connection right here at this cross section. So I think it works for now, but we do need a tram running from Reynolds Station over into this little hub right here, this unnamed hub, I guess the Batherston Boardwalk hub, which connects with the Queen Street tram, and then also the Electric Avenue line, which is just a fantastic name. So we're going to get a connection point, and we do have a little bit of a loop here, which I might leave, but we're going to connect it from right here. We're going to bridge right across and into here. So this, yeah, this street is Thompson Street, and yeah, I mean, great connection point. So, you know, we could make it just a tram-only bridge again, which I would not be opposed to at all. But this bridge at one point was so heavily used, and I was just thinking maybe we could just add a different road connection. It would be a bit more of a local road connection, but if you're driving and you want to get across, your only options are right here and then right here, and then the highway as well, and then all the way up here, which is High Street West. So I don't think it hurts to add in another connection, but it's going to be a slow bridge. It's not going to be anything like this. This is the old bridge. This was the first bridge to cross the river. I think this was the second bridge to cross the river, both in our theoretical history of the city and in the actual game, minus the highway, I guess, because you have to build it with the map. Anyways, let's go to tram. Let's find. Let's just use the basic vanilla one. I think that would probably be best. Though I do like the idea of having the dedicated bridge, though, or a dedicated line. And you know, you download assets for a reason, right? All right, so we'll go into bridge. I don't think this has a special bridge piece, though. So that's okay, though. Go right into here, and then we'll go back down to ground level. Do that. And we might lose a house or two in the process here. But let's... actually, I can't make that a middle node. Otherwise, there may be issues. So what I can do, just make sure there's no crossing. I could clean this up as well. We'll see how many cars use this, because it might be worth our time to actually upgrade this road entirely. And maybe make it like a 4-lane tram. I mean, that's probably a better option, just thinking about it really quickly. We could go for the big one, but that would require a lot of buildings to be destroyed in the process. So why don't we go with this one, which is just a shared tram. Yeah, let's just do this. Oh no! This is why you build bridges while paused. Okay, ground level and ground level, and I guess now, or since we're making this a bit more of a high priority area, we'll upgrade that one as well. Alrighty, so let's just make some dedicated turning lanes really quickly, right in, actually not here, because this isn't really a through street. It kind of is, the highway gets off right here. But this one definitely needs dedicated turning lanes now. Maybe even in like a left turn ban. If we ban left turns here, and then we just have straight a dedicated right. And then we force people to take the left-hand turns over here. I don't know. Let's just leave it for now. We'll leave it at a dedicated left. Okay. And this one over here, that's interesting. this should probably not be a dedicated right. Should probably be switched. Okay, anyways, we're spending too much time on lanes when we can be spending time building. So let's get that tram line in. And what I want to do is I want to first move this stop. The Electric Avenue tram is going to stop right here. And then what we'll do is we'll have the new line. It will stop right alongside on the other side of it, right here. And then it'll turn around, it'll loop up. So I think that kind of means we might want to consider bringing down these trams, the red trams right here. But I'm guessing the reason why we had the other stop right up here is because it's a bit closer to the metro. So it almost makes it worth it having the trams on this one, but it looks like there's already some backup with the Queen Street trams. So why don't we take a look at the Queen Street tram line? Maybe we can take some off. And it looks like we probably can. We have 14 on it. Let's take it down to 10. And yeah. So I guess that's why we had the electric tram on this road in the first place. So it's a bit closer to the connection points. So maybe, unless we got it to turn up like this, and then it's a bit closer, but then we're sharing the road with, or a stop kind of, with the Queen Street trams, which I want to make sure that we have enough space for. So I suppose let's just stick with this plan for now. I'll have this one swing all the way back down over here, and we'll get it to... Oh, you know what? We didn't finish building the roads. Silly, silly me. So let's see. I guess we're good, because it'll just go down right into here and then come across. Okay, never mind. Holy moly. New stop right here, just so that they're shared. I think that's good enough to have. And let's see, we have this stop right over here, so we can definitely revise that as we bring this stop into, say, here. Yeah, and then we'll come down into this area, and I guess we've got to stop. Yeah, let's get 2 right in here. And I do see those trees, so I'm just gonna take a little quick break. We'll delete those trees. Is that part of a house? It looks like it is. All right. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Craziness. And then we'll skip, and we'll get a stop right here. And then we're gonna come down and around, and we'll get a stop right out in front of this area. So let's see where the teal tram line is stopped. It's stopped over here. So I suppose we could stop right beside it, so then people can transfer a bit easier. Though I am tempted to put it over on this side. Okay, let's place it over there. Should we get another stop in between? I suppose what we should do is should drag the stop over another one, and then we'll get that down in here. All right, and then we're gonna swing out. Oh, and one thing is, on Long Dixon here, we had just one tram line. I was trying to big brain it. We just needed 2. That was the way it should have been done in the first place, anyways. And let's get this stop right in here. Let's remove this stop. Oh, I'm just redoing them all, aren't I? Okay. Really quickly. Sorry about that. And then we'll stop back in here, but we'll change sides. And then we'll swing back. And we'll just follow the same stop locations. But we're going to treat this like a roundabout. So I guess we could make this a one-way. Yeah, I guess why not, right? You could also add this stop a bit farther down. No, I think right here, it's close to the senior home. I think that it's beneficial. And then we'll bring it back across to finish it off. All right, so let's just do a quick revision on some of these lines here. So I think we said we're going to make this a loop. So let's find the right one. So I think I don't want to make the whole thing a roundabout, so we're going to make it a 2-lane road, but with a 1-lane tram. So I think that's this road right here. Let's pause the game while we're doing it. Nice, we're staying on the same side. And then same thing down through here. Yeah, and then right through here, I guess we need this to be a 2-way, 4-lane street, but we only really need 1 tram line. So I don't know if we have that option available to us. We might just have to leave that extra tram line on it. Yeah, I don't think we do. So yeah, I think we'll just have to leave that extra tram lane, and that's fine. Yeah, okay, so let's look at those tram lines really quickly. So these ones share a stop. I think I'd prefer it if they were a bit farther down, but it is nice that it's close to the retirement home. And let's grab this stop. I actually want it a bit closer as well. So we'll get it right here, just so that people that are, from the retirement home can access the tram stop a little bit easier. And then we have a bunch of stops in this neighborhood, and then it swings down, and we're good. Okay, so I think we're good with everything here. I guess since we're having the purple line already kind of show up on this side, maybe we can get it to stop right here. Okay, fantastic. Move it back. Oh, I don't think. There we go. So the purple line will stop here, and then it'll swing back over here in case people need to transfer or something like that. Doesn't hurt anybody. And then we split the lane, split the stops on this side. Okay, fantastic. So that worked out great. We zoom out. We go into trams. We block them all out. I think tram line 19 is the new one. I guess we'll call it the Reynolds Bathurst line. And we can leave it purple. Why not? Alright, so let's turn on the Reynolds Bathurst line, the West Beach Reynolds line. And actually, we don't need to do this. I can just show them right up here. So now we have the green line right in here, which is going to extend. We have the teal line. We have the new purple line, which goes into there. Then we have the orange line, which comes right up. So hopefully you can kind of see it. Let's look at the buses really quickly in this area. This is something that I do want to mention. I did delete the bus line, which basically the teal line replaced. So I did do that off camera. We have a small airport shuttle that runs down into here, which will be nice to connect to the tram. So it goes right up through here, and it stops in the old neighborhood because that's the only transit in this area. And it comes right up to the airport. But we have this line here. Let's see if we can do some quick revisions in here. I think we're going to treat this area like a bit of a hub for buses. So let's try and grab... Oh, it already is. We have the black and white lines, which if you're new to my series, well, basically what I use the black and white lines are, they're loops. They're the reverse of each other. So it looks like we're pretty covered in here. Perhaps what we can do is get this to turn down here. Oh, so I guess it'll go straight. Let's try and zoom in and find where we're coming from here. Yeah, so we're coming from the south, or bottom of the screen, and we'll just take a right along here then. So that's good. We're adding more stops, and then we'll bring it all the way up to here. Fantastic. Let's try to do the reverse for this. Oh, is there an autosave? Nope, just being silly. Drag line. Okay, so we'll get a stop right over in here. And let's actually drag these down. Okay, never mind. I don't want them sharing the tram line more than they have to. Okay, then the black line then comes right into here, so that's fantastic. It adds another stop right by the high density. And I wonder if I can add a stop in here. I can, nice. So that's a good little move here. So we also have this line here, which goes to the airport, I think. Yeah, it must. So I was thinking, no, I think we're good on buses here, because we have. Maybe we can get a bus running from up here to here. We kind of already do though, in a way, with this shuttle, with the airport shuttle that runs into here. So people in this area could transition down to this tram line using that bus if they wanted to. But can they go back up? It doesn't seem like they can. So, yeah. I don't know if this bus line is really necessary at all. So let's try to find this bus line. Here it is. It's a minibus too. Yeah, no one's using it. So let's just delete the line. The Chirper balloon line. And I think we've replaced that with the monorail, I guess, in a way. So let's get a bus line then. And we'll get the bus stop for it along the tram line. So, should it just go right to connect up with this line? No, I don't think that's necessary. So we'll get it to stop right down here. We'll get it to go down just a couple blocks, and we'll pop it back up right into this little office hub, and then we'll swing down this road, and then we'll bring it up right into here. It'll loop around, connect back up, and then down. So basically here what we're doing is we're creating a bit of a connection point for pedestrians in this area, and then we'll bring it back down. So let's just name that bus line, which is going to be bus line 82. We'll name it the Shatner West Beach line, why not? And 5 buses, probably more than needed. Yeah, I guess the normal bus is probably the way to go with this one anyways. And we'll make it yellow, why not? All right. Oh, and everything deleted. Shatner West Beach, enter, and we're gonna make it yellow, we said. Fantastic. All right. So I think that covers most things. There are a couple quick fixes that I want to do. Maybe we can do that right now, and then we'll get into West Beach. Yeah. Okay. So right in here, there's a comment about this pedestrian bridge. Why don't we just get a bridge, a road connection, swing down and under? It'll be much more efficient, so that people in this area have to drive so far to get into this zone here. And I think that is a worthwhile addition, especially because we can probably squeeze the road in. So let's just make this just a basic road. Oh my gosh, what did I do? What did I do there? All right. Whoops. So anyways, let's forget that didn't happen. Or I guess let's forget that did happen. So let's bring that right from about here. Let's try to squeeze it under. Let's turn anarchy on so we can do this. Just plop it down. No worries about anything glitching. Oh, it connected to the bridge. All right, I see what's going on. Why don't we start with this road first then? Let's turn off our guidelines. Let's turn off node snapping. And we'll bring this down to right here. So we are gonna lose a house though, which is a little sad, but let's turn zoning off. Maybe we can get it back. Let's delete that house. Yeah, we're deleting more to build more, because now we have a larger lot here. That's kind of the theme of homes that I'm going for. Okay, let's grab this and let's make it the same height as that. There we go. Let's then, oh, Control H, there we go. Let's grab this one now. I'm gonna hold Alt. Just gonna slide it over. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. probably have enough space there. And before we get too far, actually, what I'm going to do basically is I'm just going to grab this bridge, and we're just going to, woo, swing it over here. And let's just straighten that out. There we go. So we're just going to put it on the other side. So we're going to keep that pedestrian connection. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Probably have too many nodes here. But yeah, let's just delete this. And now we can just rework this whole thing. So I believe this is the crossing point. So if I grab that and this, we can bring it forward. Yeah, so people can cross. And if I go into the tram lines, we can see that the stop's right there, so that's perfect. And yeah, there we go. So we kept our pedestrian path, which is great. And I'll also just bring it over here to save ourselves a bit more space. All right. Fantastic. Now let's finish up that road connection. Ooh, I'm actually just gonna move it here. We're gonna extend this out just a touch, like so. Bring this one over. Alrighty. Let's turn collision off. Bring it right down into there. That's okay. All right, then let's bring that to the same height. Thank you. Let's check the zoning. I suppose we could actually add even more houses in here, as long as we play with the terrain properly. Be a bit loud, but as we kind of mentioned before, this is an older community that the highway's kind of built over top of. So let's give priorities to older roads here. There we go. And let's say that's a house, and then there we go. And that also means we can do the same thing for this side. Alrighty, so let's grab the road here. Let's turn node snapping and collision back on now, and we'll just connect that right up like so. And we're just going to need to do a couple more tweaks here just to fit everything properly underneath here. That should be large enough for, you know, cars to use. That's all I'm really looking for. Let's grab the fence. I suppose it's the fence we need. There we go. Oh, come on. And I'm just going to extend this out to right there. And there we go. So let's now add a bit more housing in here. Same idea. We'll get rid of those trees. Fantastic. Okay. So that was one fix. The next fix we're going to do is I'm just going to revise this really quickly. So basically what's happening is we have a cross section here, which doesn't need to be done if we create a bypass. So we'll do the bypass. So this train is kind of utilizing that, but it's coming from this flyover. So what if we were to just connect that in and create a separate connection all the way, you know, into here? Oh, I do see this glitchiness happening, so we'll just fix that. And if we remove just this cross point right here, the cargo line still functions properly. So what this connection right here is doing is it's just bringing the trains into this system, and we can they can cross into each other right here should they need to, because there's still quite a bit of ways before the next cross point. But let's grab a rail line, but we do need to make sure that the trains oh, you know what, I guess not, because the pedestrian trains are right here, so they'll be able to, like, on the outside, to continue on anyways. What this is going to be basically doing is it's creating a bypass from this side over into here, or from here over into this side. So let's find that connection point. Pretty comfortable with deleting a lot of this, so let's just delete this fence. It's not necessary. I'll put it back off camera because I do still want to get to West Beach today. but I felt it was important to get these fixes in, especially since it's episode 150. So thank you very much, everyone, for all the support on this series. This is the series that really brought my channel a lot more views than before as well. So this is the channel that a lot of you have kind of started with me with, and we've kind of gone through this channel, this city together. There's been a lot of change in this city has happened because of comments that you pointed out, and thank you all very much for all the comments and the suggestions. It's genuinely so much fun talking with you all in the comments. I try to get to you as fast as I can, but sometimes my workday is just a little bit slower and I can't check the comments, or a little bit too much is what I'm trying to say. So on days where my workday is slower, sometimes I can squeeze in a little break to answer your comments. And some days I can't do that. And life gets in the way sometimes, especially on some of the Friday videos. I feel like I don't answer you fast enough, so sorry for that. Sometimes I don't get to you until the weekend, but I keep note of every single suggestion in a little book, every name suggestion, every comment. Add this asset. It'd be really cool if you could build a road right here instead. So yeah, thank you all very much. I really appreciate it. 150, eh? Whew. Didn't think this series was going to get to 150. I think when we started it, I was saying that this was going to be a shorter series, but I've just absolutely loved building the city. And I'm from Ontario. I grew up in the Greater Toronto area, so building a city that's relatively themed as a Greater Toronto area city has been quite enjoyable. So one thing I do want to make note of is a train should probably try to fit in between this node and this node and this node. So I'm going to bring this actually a bit farther back than I previously thought. That means this one's going to have to swing out then as well. All right. Then we're going to bring this over, and we might lose a house here. Yeah, and this is the dog park that I added in to get the neighborhood booming and growing, because no one was actually moving in here after last Friday's episode. Alrighty, so we actually need to elevate that piece. Elevate, here we go. And that piece. Alright. Then what I want to do is I want to start from this side now. And I suppose we could just connect up right in here in the flyover. But that's a bit sketchy. But let's do it. Let's turn our guidelines back on. I actually know. Let's see right here. Do that. Yeah, I don't know if this would ever happen in real life, but I say let's go for it. And then we'll just connect up right here, and then we'll just use Move It to readjust things. We'll try to fit in all the rail lines as best we can. We can always move this as well, move the road over a little bit. Alright, so let's just do a bit of work here. So let's see, let's go from right here, and we'll slope it all the way to here. It's not too bad. I suppose we can actually change some of the heights of this one as well. Okay, fantastic. Let's go into node controller really quickly. Oh, wrong button. Node controller. Square that node up, and we'll just try and widen this as best we can. And I wonder if we can just remove a couple of these nodes as well. I suspect we'll be able to remove this one. Fantastic. Okay, so like I said, Oh, look at this. A cargo train is using the bypass instead of staying on its lane. So we might need to make sure that, yeah, because where's that guy going now? He's got to stay in the cargo area. Okay, so we got to do some quick work here. No cargo. This was a passenger train bypass. All right, so anyways, I want to spend more time just fiddling with the nodes, so I'll clean this up off camera, but this is how it'll work. Maybe just one more thing, though, is I'm just going to remove one more node here. So it looks like that's... Wow, this is quite elevated. This is way more elevated than it needs to be. But I guess not, because it needs to be high enough to clear that. And then we start going back down. I don't think this is properly sloped. Ooh-wee! That is, that's steep. I should have just left it. I should have just left it. So we'll just re-slope this. That's better. And we'll slope this one down to, say, here. Say, here. Okay, well, just upgrade those really quickly. And we'll slope this one down into here. All right. Rails, elevate, please. And we're just going to upgrade a lot of these. Whoa, freaking the train out. All right. Fantastic. That's a bit cleaner. So thank you for that suggestion. Oh, water. It would not be an episode of Cities by Steven if I didn't forget water at some point. So, all right. So we don't have much time, but I do want to at least extend the tram. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see. So we're pretty good here on the terrain. So I suspect if we'll be able to bring the road right up into here, we'll be able to get like a junction right here. Maybe we'll swing it down. Okay, let's go ground level. Sure, our guidelines are back on. Get out of this view. All right, so we'll come down to about here, and then we will curve like so. And we'll kind of just follow this line right here. I believe this is the beach too, isn't it? It is not beach material. So we'll swing it over here like so. Go right across there. And I'm just kind of planning this road for the future at the moment. And we'll just swing it up and we'll connect into here in the future. So I'm just going to leave it like this because we're going to have to revise the junction. So that's just a rough plan for that road. What I'm really worried about or focused on is the area right in here. And we need to get the helicopter stop somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bring this road over like so. Yeah, and then we'll bring it over to about here. Fantastic. And we're going to move the helicopter stop. It's a little silly, isn't it? But that's okay. And then we'll just need to fix the flight path. So here's the helicopter flight path. And let's just connect it right into here. And then into here. And then we just need to connect those pieces. Grab the helicopter stop. I'm just going to drag it into here. And then I'll drag this one into here. Okay, so that should be good. I'm not going to worry too much about the cleanliness of it, but we'll fix it over time. Everyone's going to have to run away from that. And then we'll take Cypress Street here. Let's look at the topography. And we'll follow right along and we'll connect up somehow. Might actually revise this connection point. So I think I would prefer it if it was this road that was actually kind of being seen as the main road here. Fantastic. All right, so that's great to see. We'll delete this because we don't need it. And so we'll take the tram all the way through here. Just clean this. Oh, whoops. Oh my gosh. Let's delete it all. Let's just go straight. Let's take a straight road instead. I think that's gonna be a bit better. Or just a simple one curve kind of thing. There we go. So the tram is gonna go. Should we just do something like this and connect up into here? Or should we just bring it right down? Actually, I don't really know if we're gonna do that now. So the tram will come right down into here, and I suspect we'll get it to turn into here, and we'll just get it to do a bit of a turnaround. So let's take a quick glance at the topography. We do have some space to play with. So what I can do is we can take the terrain tool. Oh, whoops. And we'll just flatten this area out. Right, like that. And then I'll upgrade the tram line, and then we'll call it a day. So we didn't actually end up getting all of West Beach done, but at least we extended the line a little bit. Okay, we'll do that, and then what I'll do is maybe just make it a tram-only road. That could be fun. And I suspect, actually, sorry, we could actually just make it just a one-lane tram road. So two-way, where is that road? Here it is. Upgrade that, flip that. Okay, we're good. Then we'll go back to our tram road. And let's just make a nice simple connection like that. So the trams will come in over here, and they'll stop. And we'll make it a bit of a destination down the line. So there we go. They can swing out over into here. Fantastic. And then come back down. So let's grab the tram stop, and then we'll call it. So here's the tram. Where's the tram? Here's the tram. So we're going to grab from this side, and we're going to bring it down into here, and we'll grab another stop. We'll add another stop right in here, and we'll just keep adding a couple more stops because we haven't really planned this area out, but we'll add a stop in right in here, and then we'll mimic it all the way back. All right, so we didn't get to everything, but I thought we did some pretty fun things today. A lot of viewer suggestions, which was great. Yeah, so what did we do today? Well, we extended this out. We planned out some future connection points, which is fantastic. Upgraded this. We added the rail bypass. We added this road connection in. We added some offices down here, which, I mean, those are some great looking offices. Down in over this area. The blimps are working. Great to see. And we added some radio towers in. So let's go over. Yeah, why don't we just do this area for the screenshot. Have a lovely day, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you back in Fort Prairie on Monday. Peace out.